Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Denise.
Hi, Greg. How are you?
Good. It's been a minute because everybody's been traveling and doing some things.
I know. And I just want you to know also that I'm not alone. Rigby is here.
Yay!
Poor Rigby's been inside for a month because he got attacked we think he got attacked by a crow, but we're not sure. So he's been my buddy now for a while.
Oh, well,
But
I hear Louis upstairs walking around, so I
you
don't know
say,
what he's saying.
Greg, where are you, Greg?
No, he's just like, I'm bored down here. I'm moving around. Oh, well, it's good to see you. And where have you been?
Well, I did go on a hoarders shoot. Can't tell you where. Mum's the word. Latest news is that the one of the episodes that we filmed last year will air in June. I believe there was a date like June 18th or something like
Yeah.
that, but I don't have it, confirmed. So we'll have to wait and see. It's 1 year on as well.
Oh, good. I heard the new season. They're going to drop it in June now, which,
Oh,
which to us is an old season because there's been a lot of filming going on. So we're
yeah.
anxious to
To get to see ourselves on
see
TV.
ourselves moving stuff around. No, actually, to see the magic of Dorothy and how she does
Yeah.
this. It's
Well, and that really is the magic. And people like to in the organizing world, people like to say that hoarders is not how it should be done. And we all know that it's not how it should be done. However, the people on hoarders have reached a point where it has to be done like that.
Yes, this is the end.
Yeah,
Like
there
you
is
don't do
no
this.
other option.
Right. There's been lots of, people talk about, oh, you throw so much away. Well, it's, Goodwill, we were on one that's already aired, and where we were, Goodwill would take 6 bags, and we had 10 tons. Not exaggerating.
I
10
know.
tons. So, it's at the end and it's like this, it's the either this or not.
Right, or they lose their house or
They
something
lose their
other some other
house or
tragic
they're,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, something
Not
tragic.
there's no other option.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah,
well, I'm working with someone who I mean, she's functioning in her house, and I don't know that I don't I really don't want to label her at all. But man, she has decided that she's ready. She wants to have a birthday party for herself at her house in June, and she is like moving, getting rid of stuff. Now, I will say this. I only go over there maybe once a week, once every other week. So because it's costly
hmm
and it takes time to shift the stuff. If you have big cabinets and things to get rid of, that takes time to get rid of it. You got to schedule it.
yeah,
And, some places will only take it if you pay them to take it.
right.
And, you know, they don't have that kind of money. So,
Being disorganized is expensive. It's expensive.
yeah, it
People
is.
don't know how expensive it is when you're not organized.
Yeah. And well, and wouldn't it be nice if you could even have $1 for every item that people got rid of?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, in situations like that.
yeah.
But yeah, and you just don't know what you've got. When you don't know what you've got, you end up having like 20 of them.
Well, it's that we're going to talk about this today, the in and
Yeah.
out. When you do a garage, you generally, and with most everything, a closet, you empty it out. And when you empty it out, the client is like, I have all of this stuff in here. And I go, mm-hmm. And now we've got it in groupings. Look how many things you have of this and that. It's crazy. But we're gonna talk about in and out
One
for
in, one out.
yeah, one in, one out, where if you're having issues with always bringing things in and it just gets filled up, this is a great way it's a game. You can treat it like a game, and you don't have to do it all over your house. Do it in one closet or whatever.
Right. Or, the scenario of, gee, my closet is just too full. Well, then you can't, if you buy something, then something else has to go.
Yeah.
That kind of mentality. Now, I don't necessarily have to use that in my own closet. As a matter of fact, I just came home with a few things from the store that I'm gonna have to hang up, but I have plenty of room to do
Yeah,
that.
you've got room. Yeah.
Right. And, instead of me having to do the one in, one out, in at the end of the winter time, I am looking at my closet going, I know I'm not going to wear that. And so I do my purge so I can refill.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
do have two areas where I look to see if there is if I could put something, well, no, it's not one in, one out. I was going to say like the pantry or like the linen closet. Um, like if there's a space there, then I know that I could put something in. But do you need to use the one in, one out?
Well, I think, again, every household is different. I think when you have a lot of people, like even just if you have a wife or husband or whatever, there's lots of people sharing that space and they bring things in and all that. I tend to do it like when you do the pantry. In our pantry, we might have maybe larger electrical items. And we're going, let's get this put away. And you'll look up there and go, wow, I have not used that. I will never use that. And that's when I go, let's make room. Let's get rid of one and we can put another one in. I like hoodies. I like sweatshirts that have hoods, not the zippers. I like the pullovers.
Right.
And I got those all in one place. And if I bring another one in, I do look and go, okay, which ones am I not wearing? And generally it's always in the back. It's all those rules that really are natural. And I might, when I know, okay, way too many. If one goes in, I'll get one or two and go out and make room. And what's great is when you do that, it makes you, as long as you don't have a buying problem, it makes you go, there's room for something new. I helped a woman that had lost weight and then had gained weight and then was planning on losing weight again because of her situation. She knew she would. But she was going, by the time I lose the weight and go back to my skinny clothes, they're 7 years old. I go, yeah, don't you think you want a new dress? She goes, I think I would. I don't think I want to put on the old things. So that was a
You
way
know,
to get out.
I like what you just said because I was reading something, I don't know what it was, but like I have my fat clothes and my skinny clothes and whatever. And I always looked at my skinny, like I would get rid of some of the stuff that wasn't like my favorites, but there were other ones there that I looked at, I go, I really like that. I really like it. I kept it as like motivation to get back down to that weight.
Me
And like,
too.
I'm going to feel really good when I fit into this again. And
Yeah.
there have been plenty of times that happened, but, I read something where, if you don't fit in the clothes, get rid of it because it's just a reminder to you that you failed at staying skinny again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's really interesting to have that reminder, like even if it's just a subconscious reminder, like you got fat again, you got fat again, you gained weight again,
Which
whatever.
is which is what's in our head. We're not saying that to everybody, but
Right.
that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
goes through all of our heads when you gain weight, lose weight.
Right. Right. Well, yeah,
Whatever
it's
it is.
it's that self-defeating kind of self-talk that I have anyway. Um, and so when I read that and I really thought about it, I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. And I got rid of all of that stuff. And it felt good. There are a couple of things that I kept, like basic, like maybe two pair of shorts or something like that. But
Hmm.
otherwise, I even got rid of everything because I'm like, I don't want to feel bad looking at stuff that I don't fit into.
Or it doesn't feel good. Now, I wore a pair of pants recently that are brand new, and I don't know what I was thinking, but they don't fit very good in a certain area, meaning I don't need a belt. And I really like them, and they're brand new. So I'm gonna keep them because I'm thinking, well, I can get a little down, and then I'll know if I've lost weight. Oh, these pants fit better. So there are certain things you keep, but this works for even if you were going into I'm going to be working with a client where they're moving into assisted living and they have to downsize. So they're constantly going, what is going to go in the new place and what is going to go out? We have to get that figured out. And it's one in, one out, or it might be 10 in and 20 out. The game,
Well,
it's a good game though.
well, yeah, but it's a hard game to play if you're not organized in the first place.
Yeah.
Even if you have a lot of stuff, you still need to be organized, because if I bring in, a pair of black pants and I'm unorganized, well, I get rid of a pair of white pants and come to find out I had 7 pair of black pants in
Right.
there and no white pants. So it doesn't work unless you know what you've got in the first place.
And that's why you need, professional help sometimes.
Yeah.
Because we're not attached to any of it. We can look at it, we can ask questions about why. And you do know you have all of these, and you'd only have, oh, no, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Uh, that's why you need people. I had a gentleman, he reneged, didn't want my services anymore because he said, I just think it's silly. I can just go in there and do that. Why would I hire you just to watch me do it? And I said, you're right. I mean, yeah, I would be there and there would be things I would watch as you did them. I said, but you told me that you haven't done it in 2 years. So there's a reason why you can't do it alone. And that in one day, we could knock out what maybe you couldn't get done in 2 years.
Right. It's he ends up making an appointment with himself when he makes an appointment with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's
For
really good.
sure.
Yeah. So
But I,
one in, one out, and look at your closet. And when you go buy things, when you go in there, really, that is the moment to go. I got these lovely new shirts that I love today. Let's pull out, the same amount, and if nothing else, just put it in a different closet. It's not gone, but it's out of your main where you're working all the time, and maybe you'll figure it out that I really don't need those.
the opposite of that could be one out, one in, and think with things like towels.
Oh yeah.
Like you go through your towels and you go, well, these have seen better days.
Hmm.
These can go. I just got rid of 3 beach towels. I can get 3 beach towels.
Yeah. Utensils in the kitchen. I'm telling you, I've got a spatula problem. I open up where my spatulas are, and someone gave me a really beautiful, great new one. I keep grabbing the old one that got chewed up in the blender in the thing. I can't get rid of it. I just keep grabbing it. And what I need to do is just get rid of it and use the new one because it's awesome. But we all have those things where it's just really hard to let go of something you use all the time.
Yeah. And you know what? To help people with that, if we were to teach our children that rule, the one in, one out rule, that would help with toys and things like that.
It all begins there.
Two tips that I have for people with children is before every birthday, before every holiday where they receive gifts, go through their toys and ask them, is there anything that can go because you're about to get an influx of toys?
Yeah. And maybe frame it like, what would you like to donate to other children? Because you're getting new and they would like to have new toys.
That's
What
right.
ones would you share with other children?
That's right. And it's always about giving to someone else. Always about that. The other thing too with children and as they're getting older too, like with preteens and teens, my suggestion is have a basket or a separate like laundry hamper in a room that when they put something on and they've outgrown it, put it in that basket or laundry hamper, whatever, so that the younger sibling or the mom and dad know that whatever's in that basket, the younger sibling can now start looking at.
Yeah.
Or you can determine if you even want it anymore.
Yeah. They can go shopping.
Yeah, for sure.
That's great. Even with items on a shelf, once you get it organized the way you love it, then whenever you go to it, like books or you got another knickknack, when you go to that, you need to think, if I put anything else up there, I have to take something down. It's because otherwise it just gets more and more and more. And again, just a nice game to play. There's only three things that can go on here.
Well, yeah, and I was going to bring that up. Do you usually put things in groupings of 3?
Yeah,
That's how I kind of make
once I have
vignettes.
16,
Well, if you have 16, then you could buy 2 more of something.
Uh-oh, don't say that. Yeah. Try to do groupings of 3. That's always good. And I just really it's really great. Like when you get your closet a certain way, that is your baseline. And after that, one in, one out,
Yes,
and one out, and it'll always be really nice.
yes. Do I all of a sudden look like I'm underwater?
You're kind of blurry.
Why did I get blurry? Here, what if I come in?
Now you're back. I don't know. It's like Elizabeth Taylor in the movies. Oh, now you look good. Oh, yeah, you're good.
Okay, yeah, you could see the line.
See you like
Well, Greg, I'm glad we solved that problem for everyone. That's
I
fantastic.
did. I hope everybody got a little something from it. We did. I'm gonna go upstairs and work in my pantry.
And you're going to go put 2 more things on that shelf.
And I'm getting rid of that spatula.
And Greg, thank you for the very, very nice birthday card.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thanks. Well, everyone, I wanted to give a big shout out to our fan base in Rhode Island, Jackie, Melissa, Jillian, everybody up in Rhode Island who's watching. Thanks for watching. Love ya.
We're here. We're big up there. Thank you. All right. Thanks everybody.